What's going on? Today we suit up.
Patrolling Technical Specifications File 175, BELTLINE.
My fellow wogs, it has come time that we must now prepare to gear ourselves up with BELTLINE kit. This particular stage of the gearing up process is important to me because this is a culmination of 30 years of standard hardcore nerd gadgetry. What you're about to see has come by a daily search, by my constant involvement not only in the military, but in every facet of my life, from hacker culture, counterculture, every single adventure I've gone on. I found that this kit, above any other gear, has been most important to keep with you. So if you don't like anything else in the rest of this series, you don't agree with the WOG lifestyle, the WOG ethics, you will see that the truth of WOGdom, the WOG way, will come to you if you just happen to have this particular set of gear with you at all times. Don't care how you wear it, put it in a bag, you know, whatever. When you're ready to join the WOG ranks, wear it on your belt, okay? And then, you know, gradually the truth is revealed to you and you'll be able to come along with the rest of us because we know which way we're going. Now, first of all, a lot of people ask me, Sean, you know, you were doing great and then you went all crazy and then you're doing good again now. Why is that exactly? Well, in typical WOG fashion, I realized that I was somewhat unbalanced in some crazy ways. So I had to find a way to bring myself back into check. And to do that, I found out about Moldavite. And these are huge chunks of it. This is a 23-gram piece, and this piece here, I've got it. You can buy it on eBay. Best place to get a hold of it is on eBay. Now, this is Moldavite I've wired. This stone emits a radiation. It crashed in the Moldov region of Czechoslovakia about 15 million years ago, and this particular stone is radioactive. But it's not radioactive in a way that most people can measure. It's radioactive due to what some of the alternative sciences people say. What it does is it, for some reason, speeds up my brain. I'm able to think clearer, faster, sharper. Your senses go crazy. If I was to say one thing that you want to get your hands on a big a chunk of Moldavite as you can and wear it around your neck next to your skin. Now, the reason what I did here is I made a pendant out of it. And this is above any other piece of gear. This is what you should be wearing, okay? You want to make sure you got your Moldavite. This is a dog tag chain, right, because I was in the military. This other little piece here, I don't like wearing wedding rings, eh? They're a pain in the ass. So what I did is I put my wife's name on here, A. Kennedy, and the GPS grid coordinates for my house. And she's got one and I got one, so that if ever I'm, you know, dead and rotting in some alleyway somewhere, bitten in half by a spider, she'll be able to, you know, they'll mail me home. So you want to have your Moldavite. That's first and foremost. Now from there, we go into the Eagle Industries belt. Strong belt, as per covered in episode number 2. If you haven't seen episode number 2, you're watching these out of order, go back. As you put on your belt, you got your beanbag, carabiner, prosium case, flashlight, multi-tool, your knife, your lighter, and your wallet. Starting off, you got your beanbag. A beanbag, this is a Calder Ridge glove bag that I use, but you can use basically a bag where you keep a snack for yourself. You should always have, what I have found over all my time, chocolate-covered coffee beans. Chocolate of any type you should have with you. Make sure it's organic chocolate, you know, with no wax in it. But you want to get fair trade chocolate-covered coffee beans. It's an appetite suppressant, it's an energy source, and the sugar burns off in your system. You can run pretty hot when you're mowing on these, let me tell you. I stayed awake for 4 days. On the 5th day I started to hallucinate. I don't recommend doing it for more than 4 days. A carabiner, totally useful. Make sure you get a real carabiner with that locks, one that can take a couple 100 pounds on it, okay? They're good for tying in your keys and everything else too. Okay, this is a flashlight. This is not my flashlight. This particular one is on loan. This one is on loan from Cowboy. This is a LED flashlight, and you'll notice it's been dummy corded. Paracord is part of your maintenance kit. We'll be covering that later, okay? These xenon LED flashlights, they put put out a psycho bright light. Okay, this will illuminate this entire room. As a matter of fact, watch this. Okay, this is the light from that room. Okay, you can put it on me here. Okay, this can do this for like 20,000 hours. Okay, so if you're in the shit, you can turn this thing on, put it down, and you're okay. This is a white light variant of that. I don't actually agree with the white lights that much. Like I said, this one here is on loan. If I was going to get one of these, I'd get it in red light or blue light, because at nighttime we'll be getting into night discipline and light discipline later for how to make sure you preserve your night vision in the nighttime. But for right now, this is, you know, what the unit to have. You want to have it definitely dummy corded with paracord to a quick release link. You can buy these for like $3.99 in the department store, used for keys. You pull back on it, separates. This way you don't lose your flashlight. If you lose your light source, you're really screwed. So you want to make sure you can detach it, give it to someone if they need it, but you want to make sure you always keep it there. And this beaner is what goes on your belt, and that's what dummy cords it to yourself. Next thing in line, I've got a SOG Specialty Tools case. Now, this is not the SOG, this is a Leatherman, but I'll get to that in a minute. I had a SOG. SOG was a really good product, but then they changed. Now they suck. So I went with Leatherman instead. The Leatherman Wave is a good tool because you don't need to buy a precision instrument pocket knife. You've got a lot of little sub blades that you can access from the outside. This is smart. Somebody who was thinking designed this thing, okay? Very, very useful, and it's not like you're not 10 years. You can take this thing out of your case, pop out a knife, open what you need to, put it away, and you still got it as a multi-tool. This is a pocket knife multi-tool in one. Now the thing is, with a pocket knife, you're not using it for serious cutting though. This is for precision cutting. This is a utility tool, okay? After that, you're going to need to get a knife. A knife is essential to have with you for a variety of reasons. Knives are for cutting. People need to cut every day. Okay, think about how many things you cut on a day-to-day basis and you not use knives that are provided to you. What if you didn't have those knives? You'd have to provide your own. After years of studying, the best knife to have is this one here. This is a Cold Steel Defender push dagger. Now, I've talked about this particular one before. I won't get into it. Get it at One Stop Knife Shop. You're paying about 90 bucks for one of these. No problem. Just get a Cold Steel. Now on the back, I've got a Microtech lock, and this is a special company out of just down in Oregon who makes these. It's called Tech Lock, T-E-K-L-O-K, Tech Lock. That's what they make is these buckles, and these buckles are the shit. You can attach them to anything made of Kydex, and you can tie it to your webbing. The next piece here, take this here as your lighter. Now I got a lighter from Japan called a VOV, and it's a butane lighter. This is like a $130 lighter. The reason why I paid so much is because it doesn't have a filament. It's actually all butane jet. All butane jet. It's a very, very hot, burns very, very bright. Well, it doesn't burn bright, but it burns at a very high temperature. So when you're trying to light something on fire, if it's not going, you got to make sure you can. It's also refillable, right? So, and last but not least, as essential gear, you need your wallet. Now I've configured this wallet so that it also has what I call a time lock on it, which I'll get into later. I use an old Ironman. You can pick these up anywhere, any department store. Make sure you can have 4 alarms on it. Okay, you're going to need an alarm for dawn, for noon, and for 4 o'clock in the afternoon.